novelty comedy songs, organic, handmade with painstaking care, put into every note. Well, look no further than Irrational Times. Using only the finest instruments to create an experience that your ears will thank you for later, Irrational Times attempts to elevate the whimsy to a desirable level. New songs and sketches.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Hey, Boogie Bumper, thank you for the diamond.
Happy belated birthday again, Dexter.
And a happy birthday, brother.
DLive.tv/JJ and we love JJ here on the show.
It's the JJ Stoner Spring Collection, the perfect attire for any and every occasion you can think of this season. Like we were in the mosh pit full of sweat and everyone's slapping, hitting, and pulling on you. This shit won't rip! Lunch at your favorite cafe? Brunch with the girls? These stylish ensembles will give you the confidence you need to look and feel your best. Or if you're getting arrested for possession, it comes with a built-in police stick-proof body armor. Keep swinging, pigs! Call now, and your order will come with a complimentary ounce of that dankest bubblegum slur candy that the South has to offer. Don't forget the wall tapestry! If you need to cover your wall, it works!
Hello, my name is Frozen Asian, and I'd like to tell you about my show, The Sunday Night Shit Show, every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Along with good conversations and laughing at funny and weird shit we find on the internet, we also have the Hat Count, where I showcase my myriad of great-looking hats. Here is a testimonial from a great friend of mine who has enjoyed my hats lately.
I hope your next hat is a bullet. Jesus Christ, what are you, fucking Asian Dick Tracy? You. You have to ruin my evening. Like, I was gonna just listen to my bud do their show, and you just gotta do that. Without the hat.
So you're not enjoying it?
No!
Dude, Asian
come
Dick
on,
Tracy.
really enjoy it.
You look like you're going undercover in Argentina, but it's not working.
I hate you. I hate you.
Oh, come on, you secretly love it.
No, I openly hate it.
And there you have it. So, subscribe to the Sunday Night Shit Show at youtube.com/Sunday Night Shit Show. And hope to see you there on Sunday nights. Bye.
Feeling depressed? Need someone to tell you it's not okay? Do you like GOT Public Access TV? Then join me for The Big Empty every Sunday at noon. Major_Tom on DLive with zeros O's because everything in your life is that difficult.
There's a place that we can go to watch old things. All the warm, fuzzy member berries it brings. It's a special little spot tucked away on DLive. Enjoy the joy of Bessie. Campy old movies and old cartoons. We hope to see you over there very soon. It's a special little spot tucked away on DLive. Enjoy the This Justin, the global officials that can help all, also known as Got You, have now banned all boogie and boogie-related movements worldwide. Public safety is the main concern, they say, and people are reminded that boogieing is contagious. Anyone caught boogieing will be dealt with in the harshest terms police have reported.
This world can get you down. There's just one thing you can do. You gotta get back up and shake it all around. No one's gonna tell me how I'm gonna boogie tomorrow. Everybody boogie bumper tonight. No one's gonna tell me how I'm gonna boogie tomorrow. Everybody boogie bumper tonight. No one's gonna tell me how to boogie tomorrow. Everybody boogie bumper tonight.
Happy belated birthday, Biggie. American.
Hey, Patriots, this is your favorite Southerner, Doc Martin. Just wanted to remind you to put on your calendars to join me and your favorite near-to-will Yankee, Bill D'Angelo, on Saturday nights, beginning with Promises Kept at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by the Speakeasy with all of your favorite Patriots. You never know what we might custom discuss.
Just like that, I'm working for the Chinese again.
Everybody's favorite Yankee, Phil D'Angelo speaking, and on Saturday night we could have Kimmy, Y-censored, affectionately known as the
Yeah, baby!
Grandma, UK Neil, Rusty in his famous Sound Test show, Coffee Talk with Sandra, Earth Citizen, Stephanie, the infamous Grandma Sears, Back Daddy may even make a show up, or virtually anyone else in the world for some irrelevant fun.
Yeah, you mean some irreverent fun.
Nothing ever bad comes from being put on this by
Periscope, D-Live,
doing it to Katie's night.
That's right, Doc. Follow us at Winning TV on all of those channels.
So be sure and put it on your calendar. We'll be looking for you. We'll leave the porch light on.
Hot dogs, Armor hot dogs. What kind of kids eat on?
It wasn't an echo. I was listening to the riots in D.C. at the same time. So you heard all kinds of background noise. Sorry. You had the volume on the riot.
We have a very big push on to have auto plants and other plants, many other plants. You're not being singled out, believe me, Mary, I promise. Okay? But to have a lot of plants from a lot of different items built in the United States. And it's happening.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Saturday night. It's 8 o'clock Eastern Time, or 8:12. Don't forget about our 500 to D-Live. Boy, we only need 10 more follows to get to 500, so you can follow and then unfollow after the T-shirt contest and our Wheel of Death. Remember, you can win Thank you, Christy, for the ice cream. Yep. Remember, you can win a large JJ Stoner Midget Wednesday shirt, child size, and an additional shirt from the Winning TV store on Teespring. A Speakeasy shirt, a Promises Kept shirt, or a what did I say? Oh, Winning TV shirt. Where you have Doc Martin on one breast, myself on the other, and I muted Doc because I knew she was going to talk. So I got my spiel out there. Don't forget to share it out and get 10 more people so we can give away those 2 T-shirts.
You just are afraid that I'm going to point out that I'm the prettier side.
My head's facing inward toward the breast, so.
I got mine. That's not true.
Or if you want to just buy a shirt or a pair of socks or something from the Winning TV store on Teespring, it helps the program. Appreciate it.
Kept one. It's got
yes, because
on it.
To have all this equipment going and everything, it does cost money, believe it or not. Or you can donate on Streamlabs and send us a rude text to voice about how badly we suck. I'm fine with that.
What a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn.
If you do that, you send it to the.
Clap for that, you stupid bastard.
I have my doubts of winning one. This has been a message from a winning elect XD.
Victor Von Troom, thank you for the.
Look like I know what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Thank you for the Streamlabs donation, Victor. I gotta pull that up. Hold on one second. Let me see what he sent. If he sent media, because we do have that now. Streamlabs
like
with media.
Is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Hey, Bridget.
All right.
Hey, Whistle Bridget. So glad to see everybody. We're so glad you came back to join us for another night of fun on a Saturday night. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day after that fabulous march in Washington. Hope everybody got a chance to see some of it because it's so encouraging to see. I don't even know how many people were out there. And the flyover, and then POTUS's welcome at the Navy game. And I mean, it's so cool. It was a great day. And we'll cover this later, but there's another reason. This is one of the happiest days of my life. Does anybody want to inquire why? Phil? Hello?
Oh, I'm trying to find Victor's donation there. Let's see if he put media in there. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, so...
You're supposed to be asking me why it's the happiest day of my life. One of them.
Oh, why is that?
I sent you some things that we can play sometime, but my daughter graduated college. She is through. She had her commemorative ceremony today, virtually. So we're very proud she graduated cum laude. Way to go, Haley Martin.
Thank you for the $5 donation, Victor. And Victor said he has his doubts of winning a T-shirt on our Wheel of Death. This has been a message from the winning elect. And if you missed it last night on Boogie Bumper's birthday bash, which I was very proud to be a part of. It was a lot of fun. Victor just missed out on winning.
Like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Winning the Ian Michael Sherlock Holmes style pipe. He just missed it. So he's a winner elect.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Victor, just so you know, it's like being the runner-up at a beauty pageant. Nobody remembers you. Oh,
What is
it was an Ian Michael
What
Glass.
was the question?
Oh,
Do I look
What are you
like
talking
I
about?
know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture
You talking
of
to
a
me, Doc?
dang hot dog.
Yeah, I didn't count that.
Hot dogs, Armor hot dogs. What kind of kids eat Armor hot dogs? Step right up.
Fat kids, skinny kids, kids who climb on rocks.
thank you for all the hot dogs, guys. Appreciate it. No, Victor was a runner-up last night
I just want a
in
picture
the
of a goddamn hot dog.
Boogie Bumper Ian Michael Glass pipe, Sherlock Holmes style pipe last night. So he was a runner-up and did not win the pipe.
Oh, Victor, I know that feeling. I was the runner-up once too. Missed it because my partner didn't get a hold of me in time.
And nobody remembers the runner-up
you,
at a beauty
Renee.
pageant.
You remembered. It's my birthday again tonight. But unfortunately for my co-host, it's not his birthday anymore because he doesn't get to participate until he's rightfully sworn in on Inauguration Day. Just saying.
Full disclosure to the audience, it's been Doc's birthday since November 3rd, and Trump has not won the presidency. Just saying.
And he's going to.
Is that
way
like bad
big.
luck?
He's going to do it way, way, way big.
Is that like bad
and
luck?
he knew that would be to celebrate for a long time, maybe.
I think the day,
And torture my co-host.
like if you said tomorrow it's no longer my birthday, the Supreme Court would say Trump's the president.
They would not. I am not a curse. I am a delightful gift. I'm very delightful as far as I know.
That's like a
If POTUS knew, he would just be so tickled that I was just celebrating until he gets sworn in on the 20th.
I think
I
you're
just think he
you're
would know
jinxing him.
and be delighted.
I think you're jinxing him.
No, I'm an angel in his corner.
Hmm.
At least I tell myself that. I'm a lucky charm.
Okay. First up we got, and I couldn't pull up all the links you sent. You sent me 67 links, and my computer almost broke, so I only pulled up about 20 of them and stopped.
I did.
Yeah, there were
was a lot that
67.
went on. We have a lot of territory to cover, so you better get with it, Yankee.
First one's from Breitbart. Financial Times big tech's move into healthcare industry creates medical privacy fears. Oh, no shit. In a recent article, the Financial Times outlines how big tech's move into... Hold on 1 second. I need a drink of Christie's vodka. Okay. Move into the medical industry raises health privacy fears for citizens around the world
I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
whose healthcare providers team up with the masters of the universe. But remember, never mind. I won't go there on this show. Oh, so they're all vying for your healthcare information. I wonder why. Nothing to do with that great reset,
it's not
would
really
it?
like they don't already have it. It's the problem. And I don't normally cover, we usually celebrate on this show rather than cover the more negative things. But people do need to be aware because they have all your information anyway. You're messaged or you're emailed or from your pharmacy or your doctor. All of that is stored on an MIB, which is your Medical Information Bureau. People don't even know that all your medical information is stored there. It's their computer system. And to think that big tech doesn't already have their hands all over it, they're just wanting to cement it. So I wanted everybody to be aware because remember, your health information is covered by HIPAA. And that includes when somebody asks you why you're not wearing a mask. If you tell them you have a medical condition, then they cannot ask you what that is, because that's a violation of HIPAA. And that is a very, very serious violation of the law. As a licensed agent, I can tell you that. So everybody needs to be heads up. Another reason why it's so important that we break up the tech.
So everybody's going to be on a list with Big Tech.
Well, that sounds great. Nothing ever bad comes from being put on a list by government. They're doing it to keep me safe. They're protecting me. Thank you for keeping me safe.
They're all vying for your information. They're going to have it all eventually. They're going to have everything. And they're going to sell it to the highest bidder.
It's just going to become not a public that they have it.
I'm
and
glad
they're going to find ways that they can try to legalize it without showing how they got it.
They'll sell it to the highest bidder. I'm glad Chinese have a lot of money to buy lists and information. Next up is you sent me a link to, what is this? Gateway Pundit.
And in addition, Phil, before we go on, don't forget that article that we went over just a few weeks ago, that the Chinese has infiltrated our local communities through the PTAs and that kind of thing, and the school boards, which are extremely important positions in your local politics. And you combine that with everything they know about you through social media, where you work, where you drive to, because as long as you've got a cell phone with you, they've got electronic leash on you, so they know where you go, who you visit, how long you stay there, what routes you take, what phone calls you receive, what emails, what messages, what social media. Now your health, and they're getting into your local communities through your schools and your school boards and your local electorates. So this just shows you, in addition to what we saw come out this week from Pompeo about the universities and the schools and the universities that are compromised, it just shows you how insidiously they have already infiltrated the landscape of America. So we've got to be aware, and just all the more reason. So there you have it.
They've also infiltrated some congressmen too by porking them. Just so you know. This is Steve Bannon.
We got some things on that.
Steve Bannon going back in time, talking to himself in a college interview. No, no, that's not what it is, Boogie. I don't think. Talks about his FBI interview. Who is this? There's not a lot of.
This is the truck driver that his trailer, he parked it, after they couldn't find all this stuff. This is a really good interview with him, because it kind of shows you where the mindset was of the FBI when they questioned him.
Again.
Very telling if you didn't see it already.
The FBI sucks. There are no good guys. Sorry. If you haven't figured that out by now.
They need to be done away with. And if you're a Q reader, Q has said that the FBI and the CIA are totally corrupted. They cannot be saved.
Most of Biden's family's under FBI investigation, but we didn't think we should tell anybody because it might affect the election. Oh, no shit!
Duh.
Oh, man. So
and they were talking about the percentage of Biden voters that did not know anything about Hunter Biden, the investigations, his laptop, nothing. It was humongous. It was shocking. It wasn't shocking. It was alarming, and what the percentage was that would have changed their minds if they had known. It was very telling.
52% didn't know anything about it, and 17% said they would have never voted for him, and then another percent said they would have to really think about it.
17%.
Well, even if it's 17%, he's done. Even if it's 5%, he loses.
It would have swayed the election.
5% would have swayed the election in those states. He would have won a lot. He would have won the popular vote, that's for sure. There's no way Biden got 80 million votes. Anyway, but beside the point, if 10% didn't vote for him, if 10% of Democrats didn't vote for him, I mean, think about it. And independents, too. That wasn't just Democrats. That was independents, too, that had no clue. All right, here's that interview.
Just clap for that, you stupid bastard.
Oh. Gotta ask Doc, do the Germans do Texas right? Here's some media fill.
Okay, Victor, we'll get through this interview first, and then that had to be Victor.
They were used for.
You know, it's really funny that you say that. I've been interviewed, so I had a meeting.
Thank you for the donation, by the way, Victor. I'm pulling that up now while this interview's going.
With the FBI, was it the OGI or some agency from the postal office, and a few other people.
Oh.
And so basically the interview, okay, so here I am, the witness, basically gets interrogated, I guess you would say, which is cool. I understand they're doing their job. But so I give them what I saw, what happened to me, what I had done, and what they want to do instead of focusing on the picture, they want to focus over here and try to figure out how I came on TV. It's really sad, to be honest.
Hold it. Explain that to people. They weren't so much focused on the trailer from Bethpage that gets filled up with ballots in Bethpage, New York, and then carted into Pennsylvania and then goes missing after you're kind of given the runaround.
So
they want to know how people got to you and how you came on TV?
Yeah, so basically, this is just how it feels, okay? So during the interview, I mean, I can understand where they're at, but basically it's the one gentleman's kind of like mixing up my words or didn't understand what I was saying. And I speak pretty clear. I mean, you saw, obviously, probably the press conference that day, and I didn't tell him anything different than what I told everyone that day. But for some reason, it was hard to comprehend that. But so I give this information, and then what they want to do with it, instead of investigating the information I gave, is go and start harassing my family, start asking questions of my family, how did I get here, or whatever, you know. And I just thought it was quite interesting where this gentleman's investigation took him, because it was, instead of going, you know, Bethpage, Harrisburg, Lancaster, the next day it was over here.
Well, did you feel that any of the investigation or any of the authorities have had any interest in going into the details to actually locate the trailer?
No, I honestly, God, I haven't felt like that at all. Nothing, and it's quite sad, and it blows my mind. You know, it's kind of like, and that's why I keep coming out, because I'm not going to allow this to get swept under the rug. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to keep coming out, and I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep standing up for America.
Jesse, here you've done this. You've been a driver for this service for a while. How often does a trailer of this size, and a tractor trailer, you've got the tractor, but a trailer this size, how often do they go missing?
Never. Never. I mean, unless it's stolen, like, I mean, and chopped up in pieces or something, but never it goes stolen. It never just goes.
But I mean, even I know you talk to truckers and you talk because camaraderie, etc. Have you ever heard a story of a trailer this size just going missing? I mean, as you hear the scuttlebutt, is this a frequent thing that happens? Never happens? Maybe happens once every 10 years? I mean, how often does something of this scale and size just disappear?
It doesn't happen. It does not happen. Trust me, it does not happen.
We're working on a 2008 Ford Focus.
MIA on me. I never, in my whole career, never had that.
Jesse, if you would mind hanging over for a few minutes, we've got a short commercial break. We're going to come back with our guest, Jesse Morgan. And you want to talk about courage? You want to talk about grit? You want to talk about stick-to-itiveness? They've attacked him in every possible way. What did he just say? I'm not giving up. I'm not backing down, right? I wish the elected officials in the state of Georgia, the great state of Georgia, had 1 ounce of the courage of Jesse Morgan. If you had 1 ounce of his courage, we would have a special session down there, not a predetermined special session, but a special session that actually went into the facts. This is the power of Jesse Morgan. He's an average American. He's the common man. And the common man said, I've had a belly full of this, and I'm not putting up with it anymore. I'm holding the line. When we return, our guest, Jesse Morgan, we're trying to get Thomas King III, one of the lawyers putting in that amazing lawsuit.
All right, so that's that interview. Apparently the FBI doesn't care about the trailer so much as who this guy is and how he got hooked up with the press conference he gave. So.
And you know what? The funny thing is, it don't matter because there were tons of average, everyday, patriotic Americans that have given testimony as to what they've seen, how they were treated, all of that kind of thing this week. They can't stop that flow. They can't stop us. And we're not the silent majority anymore. They done poked the bear. We are done pissed off majority. So hear us roar.
Next up is Breitbart. Nolte obnoxious movie stars reap the whirlwind with HBO Max bombshell. The usual suspects are on there. One of the few stars left in the film business is director Christopher Nolan, whose imprimatur can open a movie and sail it around the island of $1 billion worldwide gross. He's not happy at all that his studio, Warner Brothers, has decided to premiere its entire 2021 theatrical slate on HBO Max on the same day these titles premiere in theaters. Well, that's because most of the major theaters are closed and Regal Cinemas is bankrupt. So they're putting movies on
and
HBO Max.
One of the reasons why I posted that is because what they've done is, and I love to get, I'd love to be the driver of the Karma bus, but this is one of the few opportunities we get to see it because they've made a deal without the Star's knowledge where they're going to go to Max and all those the same day they hit theaters because they realize that they are done for. People are not going; they're shut down. There's a whole lot of people that don't want to hear their bullshit anymore. So I just thought it was a nice little piece of delicious karma. We got to take our laps when we can. So, yes, I know that Victor, I know that the GOP does not want to recognize their militias, but I'm not thinking that they're going to be asking him pretty soon. I think that people are kind of getting to the point where if they're not careful, if they keep disenfranchising voters like they did me, they effectively stripped me of my vote, then there's going to be a whole lot of pissed off patriots. And we aren't going to stop. We're not going to shut up. I don't care if they hear the case or not. That was the ultimate slap, was that they refused to hear the case. That pissed me off beyond measure. And to be disenfranchised, and then the only recourse that I have as a patriotic American to be stripped of me with disdain is absolutely asinine. And I fully support the head of the GOP in Texas, Colonel Allen West, who was saying that maybe we ought to start thinking about the states that want to abide by the Constitution as agreed upon in the United States should maybe start looking to band together and secede. And they can kiss our Southern grits, because you know what? Texas has everything they need pretty much to be on their own. We're the only state in the Union that was a republic before we became a state. So they can kiss our grits. They think we're going to stick around here and take this crap. That was a slap. That was giving us not only one middle finger, but two. And all I got to say to the SCOTUS is, I really prefer to be kissed before I'm screwed. So next time you might want to keep that in mind. Just saying.
By the way, Victor, thank you for the $5 donation. And here is, come on. Oh, okay, here we go. He says, gotta ask Doc, do the Germans do Texas right? Here's some media fill. Okay. Germans doing country music.
Oh my goodness, there's like dainty stuff.
Their outfits are from like the Hee Haw show from 1965.
They look like dainty. They would get laughed out and say, I'm just saying. There's something not right about that. I'm just sorry. Victor, there's something very wrong with that.
Those outfits.
Oh, look at him. Davey.
Look at those outfits. I think I'm watching Hee Haw from 1965.
I'm saying, that is funny. She is, yeah, there's something very wrong with that picture in that video. I'm just saying, Victor, I'm so sorry.
Next one up from Breitbart. VP Pence introduced 18 astronauts. NASA tapped for moon mission. 9 are women. Who cares? I don't care how many are women. Got to stop this stuff.
Either, but I liked that they were doing the 18 astronauts.
Why is it important to say 9 of them are women?
You got it, but there was another tweet where he came out and POTUS came out and said that they were going to live on the moon, have them live on the moon so that they can learn from it, because his goal is to be the first one to get somebody to Mars. So this was kind of all playing in together.
Journalists have to learn to stop writing articles like this, though. The headline, 9 are women.
Well, and the pitiful part about it is Breitbart. I've gotten where I've got several issues with Breitbart. Just saying.
That's the problem now. Everybody's worried about how many women do you have, how many minorities do you have. It's not the best person for the job anymore. You got to reach a quota.
Exactly, the most highly qualified.
It's not that way anymore. Vice President Mike Pence at Kennedy Space Center in Florida on Wednesday introduced some of the 18 astronauts that the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, has chosen to be on the initial team for the early Artemis missions on and around the moon. So there's that one. What time is it? Okay. Fox Business. Average U.S. Oh, come on. Why is it all dark like that? I hate Fox. Come on. Now it's stuck.
Welcome back. Record unemployment leading to a surge in the number of Americans missing mortgage payments. 3.6 million people stopped paying home loans in the month of April. That is the largest one-month delinquency rate ever recorded. At the same time, home buyers appear to be coming out of coronavirus quarantine, rushing back into the market, taking advantage of these record low mortgage rates. Joining us right now to talk more about all of that is the founder and CEO of Credible, Stephen Dash. Credible is majority owned by our parent company, Fox Corporation. And Stephen, it is great to have you this morning. Thanks so much for being here.
Good morning, Maria. Thanks for having me.
Assess the situation for us. 40 million people looking for unemployment benefits. What should people right now do if they're struggling to pay their mortgage, Stephen?
Yeah, so there's 3 things that we recommend. Number 1, don't panic. People likely have options if they're struggling to make their mortgage repayment. For example, under the CARES Act, if you're paying back a federal loan, so a Fannie, Freddie, FHA, VA, USDA loan, you can enroll in up to 6 months of forbearance. So that means your payments will stop for 6 months. If you do not have a federal loan, you can talk to your private loan servicer, and oftentimes they'll want to work with you rather than put you into forbearance. Number 2 is avoid foreclosure. There are 4 strategies that people employ to avoid foreclosure on their loan. Number 1 is to refinance. Number 2 is to work on a repayment plan, so making up for lost payments with your existing lender. Number 3 is to work through a loan modification, so changing the term of your loan, maybe reducing your monthly repayments. And number 4, of course, is forbearance if you want to move into that period. And the third big tip that we give people is have a plan when you come out of financial hardship. You can often make a lump sum payment to make up the payments, or you can tack those payments on to the end of your loan.
All right, so I couldn't move the website. It was completely frozen. I don't know why.
The article was really more what I was interested in because for all of our audience members that are homeowners, you just saw a $17,000 increase in your equity. So though the mainstream media wants to play, the picture is totally dim and gloom, there is a few bright rays of sunshine on the market. Plus the fact that right now, because the rates are low, there's so many people out there in the housing market that even existing homes, not just new home sales, is just soaring. It's just the houses are not staying on the market very long in most areas.
Next up, Supreme Court rules people can sue government agents for damages. The Supreme Court rules people can sue government agents for damages. The Supreme Court has ruled unanimously that individuals may seek damage is personally from the federal government when that federal... Oh, I got to open the article. Come on. What the hell's going on? Why won't it open? Oh, why won't it open? Okay. Don't know why it won't open, but it won't open. Twitter. They probably didn't like the article.
They had a case. They had a case basically that I believe it was 2 Muslim guys that settled, and they ruled that they can sue for damages from a public servant. So it was very good news.
From WND election, excuse me, good grief. Education Secretary, fundamentally unfair to ask taxpayers to pay off student loans. Chuck Schumer tweeted this out tonight, forgive student debt. Yeah, we've got restaurant owners, bar owners, people that work there. They're facing bankruptcy. Suicides are going up at alarming rates, but we're going to forgive student loan debt. Okay. Idiots. It's in the trillions, too. How can you ask taxpayers to do this
At
when
least we have a
people are...
Secretary Douglas that stood up against it, though, because it's fundamentally unfair to anybody who has paid their student debt off or who did not incur, $100,000 worth of debt getting a degree in underwater basket weaving.
Oh, geez. I empathize with students who have taken on more debt than they should have. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos told Fox News' Maria Bartiromo on Thursday, but DeVos said bailing out student borrowers is not the answer. Well, yeah, but you got Congress pushing for it now and not bringing up a clean stimulus bill. So this is just making zero sense. Why we're even talking about this right now. It's insane. And they've shut everything down, so anybody with a student loan can't pay back the loan because they can't get a job. What the hell?
They can't make the payments.
Because they're arbitrarily shutting people down. If your last name is Bezos or Walton, you can stay open, though. And make all the money you want.
Yep.
I don't know who this guy is, but same WND, Dave Ramsey's company pays off $10 million in debt for 8,000 people. The company founded by Christian financial expert Dave Ramsey paid off $10 million worth of debt owed by 8,000 individuals this Christmas season in order to show the love of Christ to those in financial trouble. Ramsey's company, Ramsey Solutions, purchased $10 million in medical and automobile debt from two private debt collection companies simply in order to forgive it, Ramsey Solutions said in a press release. Well, that was nice. Ramsey and his team of 900-plus employees then made phone calls to the individuals who owed the debt, letting them know it had been forgiven. Yeah, that's important because the debt collecting company will still call you after you've paid off that debt. The individuals will also will be notified via traditional mail, the press release said. Well, that's nice.
If you do not have not heard of Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace series, you need to get the book. You need to go through the series online. It's great. I highly recommend it.
At this point,
and tonight, right before we came on air, there was an article that came out that somebody, I think it was in Iowa or Ohio, went in and paid $65,000 worth of layaways at a Walmart.
Yeah, so good for Walmart. Yay, Walmart. Yay, Walmart.
No, good for the families that needed it.
Yay, Walmart. They just got their $65,000. That's awesome. Sorry.
Well, more importantly, those little families in need are going to have Christmas this time.
Why doesn't
you can fight Walmart again in January?
Why doesn't Walmart and the Walton family and the Bezos family pay off a bunch of people's debts since they made $9 billion more in profit than they would have made since the shutdown?
Yankee,
$9 billion
what
each.
We're here to discuss. That is another show. This is Promises Kept, where we're celebrating that those little families are going to get Christmas. So don't leave the glass half empty. We're
and Walmart got their $65,000. And Walmart got their $65,000.
That's
just
okay
saying.
In this instance. We'll fight them again later after Christmas, but those kiddos needed Christmas. So don't be a Grinch.
Someone to care for, to be there for. I have James Woods.
Someone to do for, muddle through for. You have James Woods.
has arrived to pick up a new passenger.
Eric swallows well. Or does she? Eric Swalwell, who got his wang into some Fang Tang, got caught, apparently. Swalwell scoundrel, James Woods, allowing an international spy. Oh, why? China, a good guy. Could be a good friend to you, Swalwell. To forge a close relationship with a member of Congress on the Intelligence Committee, and then allowing personal decisions to be influenced by a Chinese national does not reflect credibility on the House. He's still on the House Intel Committee, by the way. They did not remove him.
What's also come out pretty interestingly, I saw several articles out on and tweets about people, because Nancy Pelosi's one that put him on there and supports him. He's her fair-haired child. And she knew it when she put him on there and allowed him to stay. So I'm glad that somebody is finally calling her out on her responsibility in this whole mess, too.
The fact that he's still on the Intelligence Committee just tells you all you need to know at this point. She'll never remove him. He'll be on there. Which is sad. He's not going to be removed. But he got his wing and some...
investigate him or something pops on him.
You mean from the FBI? Just saying. The FBI will hide it. Security, so the FBI will hide it until after.
We'll hope. There's nobody that could be more deserving than him, that's for sure.
He'll leave Congress, get a job at Lockheed Martin as a big-time executive, be on CNN, and then later on you'll find out he was under investigation, but the FBI decided it wasn't worth... A worthy prosecutor would have brought it to court. The end.
Mm-hmm. That's about the way it works.
Fortune Nookie, Eric Swalwell. Oh, and she's saying he's got a shrinky dink. Is that what she's doing there?
That was too fun not to post. I'm sorry.
Is she trying to say
he was a particularly nasty little piece of work during all the impeachment hearings?
Is she trying to say he
or somebody that had flatulence on national TV?
Well, that's interesting. Why would she have her hand up like that?
Can't imagine.
Just find that interesting.
We need an emoji like that. Just saying. I'd be using that all the time, and a lot of those bad guys.
Eric Swalwell, you'll have a tiny pecker.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Yes, this is for you, Eric. Congratulations! You'll have a small wang. Tiny wang. Shrinky dink. All right, Eric. Yes. Next up. Why are you so angry at China? China be your good friend. Japan, a better friend. Hell, you bombed us twice and we're still your friend. James Woods, members of the Intelligence Committee have information that even others in Congress don't have. I don't understand why he doesn't resign, because he's not going to, or at least step down from the committee, because nobody's going to remove him. That's why. There is no excuse for it. He's a fraud and a hypocrite. Well, that's 90% of Congress, so we care about small business owners until we shut them down and don't give a shit about them. Like this guy, James Woods, my governor of New York. What percentage of small businesses in New York will be destroyed by this governor? Right now it's 40%. We're shooting for 50. Cuomo suspends indoor dining in New York City is
He
back.
doesn't do that till he kills by sending them to the Ovox home with COVID.
What's that?
Those he doesn't put out of business, he kills by sending them to woohoo infested old folks' homes.
That's simply not true. That's what he said.
Just didn't want anybody to forget. Not only is he determined to, put people out of business and out of their homes and strip them of everything they've got in their lives to provide for their families. He wants to kill off all your old, your moms and dads and aunts and uncles and all that by sending them to woohoo infested old folks' homes. Nobody needs to forget that. He's a murderer.
Did you destroy the evidence? Oh, well, no, that's simply not true.
According to his book.
Oh.
He just wanted you to know he's not guilty. And we're supposed to accept that. Mm-hmm.
By the way, breaking news.
We saw.
Breaking news on Andrew Cuomo. Breaking news. He is Joe Biden's top selection for Attorney General of the United States. Yay!
It is never going to happen, so I'm not worried. But yeah, what was it that somebody called him? Was it Grandma that had the cute, funny name? No, was it Grandma? Oh no, it was Grandma on what's his name? Bob's show. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting. But anyway, she called him. What was it? Barbell nipples or something like that. It was funny.
You okay there, Joe?
I'll never forget that my whole life.
You okay there, Joe? James Wood, China is back in business. They have their own vaccine. They're supplying the world with medical supplies to fight a pandemic they created. They destroyed Trump and now have Biden puppets, Joe and Hunter, in power. Why, you'd almost think they planned it. Oh, China's making out big.
Wouldn't you?
Thank you, Walmart and Amazon.
Well, and remember that we have virtually no medicines that are made in the United States. They're all in China. All your vitamins are from China. You have to make sure that your hand sanitizer, your sanitizing wipes, all of that stuff, most of it, Mexico or China. So start reading your labels, people.
And you can buy your lovely Chinese products on Amazon or at Walmart. Yay.
Mm-hmm. Truth.
James Woods, after Stacy said Jesus loves you, one of the accomplices shot both Todd and Stacy in the head, killing Todd and knocking Stacy unconscious. Bernard then lit the car on fire, killing Stacy through smoke inhalation. What is this story? Let me see if it opens.
They put him to death this week, and AOC and the squad have used it as a mantra to put out a call to end the death penalty, saying that it is government murder, basically. And good reminder. They said, well, he wasn't the trigger man. Well, no, but he lit him on fire. She was alive. Died of smoke inhalation. And they had held him in the trunk of the car for like 9 hours with them begging for their lives and praying and begging them to realize that the Lord did not want them to do this, and they didn't need to do it, and they did it anyway. And this is what the left, because remember, their first stage was to take away cash bail and bonding, and now they're wanting to take away the death penalty. That would be quite convenient for all the people that we hope are to be held responsible for their treasonous acts in the last few years now, wouldn't it? In that convenient timing? Just saying, there are no coincidences. People need to stand up.
Robert C. Owen, one of Bernard's attorneys.
That is one thing we don't mess around with.
One of Bernard's attorneys said Thursday night that Bernard's family and friends are full of righteous anger and deep sadness at the actions of the federal government in taking his life. Brandon's execution is a stain on America's criminal justice system, Owen said in a statement. But I pray that even in his death, Brandon will advance his commitment to helping others by moving us closer to a time when this country does not pointlessly and maliciously kill young black men who pose no threat to anyone. When we hold prosecutors to the highest standards of integrity in every case, blah, 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 blah. So, I guess...
But we did kill him anyway, so that's the good news. That's the silver lining. But people need to be aware because they're putting out the mantra. So we got to start fighting back on that.
Last one
that
for
was
this.
That was a killer deal breaking question that I asked my husband on our very first date, after we had met on a blind date. I asked him when we were at the restaurant, I said, well, how do you feel about the death penalty? If he had not believed in it, I would have dropped him right then. But luckily, he answered correctly. And now 28 years later, he is still happy, married to me. At least that's what I tell him all the time.
Last one for this show until we move over to the other one.
Badass dog.
Oh, there you go.
Isn't he fun? Wouldn't you love to have a dog that would do that? What a hoot.
My dog's missing. He could be 4 or 5 to 16 miles away. He's riding a skateboard. Oh. Is that dog Antifa? Antifa rides skateboards. Okay, we'll be over the speakeasy in about 10 minutes, so by 9:15 we'll be back on. So we'll see you there in a few minutes. We need 9 more follows to get to 500 so I can give away these damn t-shirts. So share, get people to follow.
Somebody help us. I'm tired of hearing it now.
Then they can unfollow after the t-shirt contest.
Don't give them that option. Absolutely not. Why would they want to miss this fun every Saturday night? Thanks for coming, guys. Y'all be sure and come back and see us next week. We'll leave the porch light on for you. We'll see you in a few minutes over at the speakeasy.
Yes, we will. See you in a few minutes.
Toodles.
wish you